I am very much gutted when I hear words like palliative. If you look carefully, this word has become very prominent in our political life. It has become a lie told too often to mislead our people. And more importantly, it is a word that could destroy our economic well being if we don't watch it. Just as Amnesty destroyed us to a larger extent, palliative could even do worse. Interestingly, these words have been used in the very important fabric of our lives as Nigerians. As amnesty is to the security aspect of our society, palliative is to the economic aspect of our society. But this amnesty or palliative have one thing in common. They were just unproductive measures or mechanisms to address certain problems at different times. Amnesty was introduced to address the unrest in the Niger Delta. And today we are faced with economic difficulty and to a greater extent, economic sabotage. And today, what we hear is palliative. Palliative is taking the front burner of our discussion as a nation instead of discussing how we can actually be productive. Let me take you back in retrospect with amnesty, the evil that amnesty did to our society. Whereas it is the right of anyone in a democratic dispensation to lay claims to certain opportunities, whatever way you want to achieve it, but not by picking up arms against the state. For whatsoever reason you pick up arms against the state, it becomes a crime against the state. In a democratic system, we must know how to channel our grievances to the right sources in order to address them instead of picking up arms against the state. And when someone picks up arms against the state and you reward such person with amnesty, what would you expect? That laid the foundation for the security challenges we are having today. Because a lot of criminals emerged because they felt that a group were rewarded with amnesty. The same way today, if we don't watch it, palliative is just going to destroy our economic well-being. And before we know it, it will be 2-3 decades the seeds of destruction that palliative can implant in our society today could have catastrophic effect in the next 3 or 4, 5 decades. Because I feel very pained, I feel very gutted whenever I hear palliative in situations like this. Yes, Nigerians are going through a whole lot, But I always say that we must, at all times, whatever situation we find ourselves, look at where we are, what resources do we have, how best do we put these resources to use. And it is not by doling out palliative, in quote, to Nigerians. It is by finding means to create meaningful opportunities for Nigerians. It is by setting up, laying the foundation for production, for industries to thrive, for Nigerians to be meaningfully employed, so as not to be counting on any palliative coming from the government. If you take a critical look of the welfare system in the most advanced countries, you find out that we do everything wrong in our own clime. Even the United States of America, that we often want to copy, have done everything possible to create jobs for her citizens. It's only a fraction of those, who are disadvantaged in society are actually taken care of in terms of welfare. You can't have a graduate that should be meaningfully engaged, and you are speaking about transferring 20,000 naira to such graduate. How long will you keep giving a graduate 20,000? And I feel so pained that people like Femi Falana were even canvassing for this on national TV. This is not what we should be canvassing for. You can't ask a graduate, oh, you should be conditional cash transfer to graduates until they find a job. These are wasted resources. Just like we have Empower, you can imagine the sum that was put into Empower over the years, and today many of these youths are not useful to themselves because 30,000 naira can barely do nothing for anybody in today's Nigeria. So it would have been very meaningful if the government had, invested in areas of comparative advantage that would create jobs, meaningful jobs, for Nigerians. Imagine, you create a job of 30,000 naira, and you say you have created opportunities for Nigerians in the name of welfare. That is underemployment in the first instance. It is actually time for us to begin to reflect on every step the government is taking to address our needs. Let us not be fooled, because at the end of the day, this only opens opportunities for them. They are only acting in a very small measure like they care, while seizing the opportunity to amass wealth. As an undergraduate, I carried out a research on the reinvestment of fuel subsidy funds, as early as 2014. And what I found was that while there were, programs designed for these are proper policies, of course, programs designed for the ordinary Nigerians, you find out that even in implementing those programs, the political actors and their clique even make much more billions of naira. And at the end of the day, this program that they have designed to favor the ordinary Nigerians that would benefit from them, they get peanuts, whereas they seize the opportunity to make a lot of money. The same way, this is still possible with palliatives. We are not beggars in Nigeria. We can't be dealing with palliative. As a matter of fact, if you go take a tour, scour the news, just take a tour, and you find that Nigeria is just one of many countries in Africa that palliative has become a common stay in their political life, or rather in their political culture. Just as Amnesty destroyed us over the years and continues and has laid the foundation of insecurity in Nigeria, palliative that we are dealing with today could destroy us for many more decades to come. If government don't sit up and know the right investments to make instead of just sharing money across the country. This is a wake-up call to all of us as Nigerians. It is our duty to always point out and stand for what is right as citizens of this great country. I am Francis Onyema, one-time governorship aspirant, Delta State, and I thank you for stopping by.